I'm gonna put you in the penalty box here in a second, because if you're gonna eat pizza, play a video game that is awesome at a stand-up arcade machine, and then play Magic and still find a way to complain, you've ruined the perfect evening. You
Let's do it, Josh.
What? Welcome to the world's #1 gold medal TCG podcast. That's right, Canada. Get in line, baby. I am, of course, joined by the only one of us that was on site for the dramatic victory. He was there.
He was there.
Donald.
He was in goal. He was the goaltender.
That's true.
That's Stonewall Donald. And I am, of course, also joined by the man who now is the proud owner of more Magic the Gathering sealed product than any other human in the continental United States, Louis DeGeorge.
That's us, baby. That's us. What is up? And we are joined by the man who has the world's #1 jersey on, Josh.
You know, just saying.
They just don't make jerseys your size, do they? Look at that thing. Put your arms up in the air. That thing is 5 inches too short.
Okay.
Look at that. That thing is 5 inches. Can you imagine if you actually had hockey pads on under that thing?
No, I I've worn hockey pads twice in my life. I don't think I ever will again.
Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to May the Zoo be with you. Today we are going to hang out and talk about all the card games. We do have a sponsorship though. We gotta shard it up. We got the Shard Bugs sponsorship here. I gotta play the video.
American fireworks flashing in the background.
This episode is sponsored by America's #1 TCG, Shard Bugs, which is a trading card game where the bugs are sentient and extremely violent. Like, they're not like the Canadian hockey team. They're like the United States hockey team. This is not cute ladybug energy. These bugs worship cosmic gods. In Shard Bugs, you build a deck around one of these 3 avatars, Soul, Luna, or Meteor, and you basically command a swarm of insects into tactical, turn-based warfare. It's surprising, strategic, very interactive, and yes, you will absolutely overthink your turns, much like the Canadian hockey team is overthinking their game. This game's easy to learn, but once you start playing, you're like, oh no, it's actually kind of deep. They got brand new release right now, Set 2 Standard Edition, with new bugs, new chase cards, and new ways to absolutely ruin your opponent's plans. This isn't just a card game either, Josh. Donald, what do they have? Good job, Donald. They've got an ongoing comic universe, organized play, and a lot more stuff planned for the near future. So if you like original TCGs, weird lore, and games that feel great at the kitchen table and competitively, check out Shard Bugs. You can find them at shardbugstcg.com. Go embrace the bug war. I like the beginning better.
Yeah, well, we can't keep saying that.
I know. Whoever came up with that idea, the beginning, they need to keep them on the marketing team.
The beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep them on the marketing team. Yeah, let's dig in. So we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles released this week. We have a special announcement at the end of the podcast. We're going to save our special announcement for the end of the podcast. I don't want to. I don't want to make.
I'm excited to hear what it is.
You guys should know what it is. We texted about it, but we're going to save a special announcement for the end of the podcast. But we have Ninja Turtles released this week, and we made it through. Everybody, we are successfully navigating through the Ninja Turtles pre-release. We're doing on Friday night. If you're local, we've got 30 minutes before each event on Friday and Saturday. We're doing a pizza party. Yeah, a pizza party, free pizza party. And we got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade machine for the pre-release. Shout out to Alan for that. I'm stoked.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we got an arcade machine, Ninja Turtles arcade machine.
Who's Alan?
Alan, he's a guy at the shop. You would know if you played Magic more.
Oh, okay.
He plays mostly Commander. You don't like Commander. It makes sense.
For someone who's
Is he the bald guy with the goatee?
That defines like at least 50% of the people in the store. What were you saying, Josh?
For someone who hates Universes Beyond, or I guess is okay with it, depending on which day we catch you on, you either are leaning in a lot or are profiteering like a mofo right now. That sounds like a badass release.
It's gonna be awesome.
That sounds
Listen, I'm
insane.
not
That sounds
gonna
like so
not
much
do a
fun.
Magic release. It's gonna be all if we're gonna do Turtles, let's just do it. Do I hate it? Yeah, of course I hate it.
He's gonna complain about it the whole
I hate
time,
it. I hate it, but I'm
If you're
stuck doing
eating
it anyway.
pizza,
I'm stuck doing it anyway. I might as well have fun.
time out. I'm
Plus,
gonna
it's
put you in the I'm gonna put you in the penalty box here in a second because if you're gonna eat pizza, play a video game that is awesome at a stand-up arcade machine, and then play Magic and still find a way to complain,
Yeah.
you've ruined the perfect evening.
I
You've ruined it.
I think that like at some point you just have to lean into stuff. Am I stoked about Ninja Turtles? No, but I have to do a release anyway. So might as well do it to the best of my ability and have fun.
If
Also,
you
like
actually get
Alan's
stick
the
in the
goat.
mud at that release.
Alan's the goat and was like, "Hey man, can we do an arcade? Can we bring the arcade machine in?" I was like, "Absolutely. That seems like a low hanging fruit. Let's do it." And somebody else was like, "Hey, you know what would be funny is if you did a pizza party." And then I had actually one of the gold wizards donated money for a pizza party. I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do a pizza party." It's like all around the country, people supporting Get Your Table Cards and Games. Let's go.
Are you gonna get something ridiculous on the pizza? Like, are you
Yeah, it's
talking
all
like
gonna be it's all gonna be
bananas and
anchovy pizzas. That's all it
yeah,
is. Anchovy. No,
anchovies and peanut butter
we
pizza?
did that a couple weeks ago. It's gonna be all pepperoni probably. That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, get some sausage in there.
Some sausage.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
It's a game store. There'll be plenty of sausage.
I feel like the narrative on Ninja Turtles has shifted a little bit since the collector box openings have started.
Do tell.
I just feel like everybody was pretty negative, and then they saw people opening the boxes, and they were like, it's one of those things with cards like this. When you see the cards in digital images on the screen, they look so much worse. But then when you watch somebody open them, and you see the foiling, and you see like the way the cards feel, it's not a bad. And the bonus sheet is super cool. The bonus sheet,
bonus sheet's great.
the
Bonus sheet's
bonus
dope.
sheet is it's like it's really good. Maybe I just had a really good box, the box we opened, but the bonus sheet looks really cool.
I do want to point out that one of the 3 pillars of the argument you just made was people get to see how the cards feel, and that was a really exciting thing to hear said into a microphone. I
No,
get to hear how people see how the cards feel, and
yeah,
that's dope. I'm in.
I think people,
I
you know,
I also think there's something to you're gonna get an idea of what collector booster boxes look like, and not necessarily from one hot box or one dud box, but you watch a good smattering of box openings on the internet, and you start to get an idea of what the possibilities and what the average is going to look like. And the average of this set, held up mostly by that bonus sheet, looks good. Like people also like getting some kind of playable value, or at least perceived TCG player value out of their box, and they did a better job during this set.
that sheet is in the play box, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
not non-foil, and it's not one per pack anymore in
Okay,
the play box.
gotcha. The play box seems like it's the thing that's struggling the most on all fronts. TCG player price is basically it's pretty dang close to distro price without the fees, to be honest. Like it's right there with distro price. And I think they have really figured out making collector boxes. I was thinking about this earlier today. Um, this might be a video next week on my channel. I'll give you a little clue into that. But the everyone's talking about how hot the market is, right? Pokemon and Magic, like kind of all-time highs for a lot of different things. Uh, I think it's less to do with it has something to do with like the overall market, but it's also that the games have figured out how to make the boxes work really, really well. Like the collector box has evolved so much to become what it is today. And and it's really good. Like the collector box, they've really figured out how to make it work.
Man, this is how you can just tell you subscribe to the channel. It's been every single release this year. Or not even this year, in the end of 2025, they figured out the collector box.
Yeah.
They've made the collector box feel special. They made you care about the treatments in it again. And they found a way to pump enough reprint value in there without reprints completely killing and overwhelming the set. Right?
Yeah.
They've solved that equation for some time now. And it's like it or not, like the collector booster box's existence or not, it's working. The balance is good, and it gives people a place to go who want that. And the play booster box, for all the hate it gets, does a pretty good job of exactly that. Letting you play outside of this new weird pick two draft small set situation. Like, that's the only rub I have with it.
Is this one a pick 2 as well?
It's because it's such a small set, it's hard not to draft it like that.
It's
only
a
190 cards.
right, but it's bigger than Spider-Man by
Yes.
quite a bit. Spider-Man was like a tiny set.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. This set makes Spider-Man look like more and more of a scam the longer that it's out.
So there were some rumblings, and I don't know if this is an official statement.
It says it's designed to be pick 2 draft.
Right.
Four player pick 2 draft.
We don't do that though. Maybe we should, but like we have 8 to 12 for our drafts every Friday, so we don't. I don't know that people will even want to draft.
I mean,
honest,
you just draft it in pods, and then you play cross pod the same way.
Yeah, but people don't like the pick 2 part.
Yeah.
Well, Magic players don't like change.
Right, that's fair.
Right, like I would encourage them to maybe buy them a pizza, see if they'll try it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think frankly, if I was a betting man, I would say that people are,
which you are aggressively.
Yeah, I would say people are not going to love drafting and playing sealed of this. It's not going to be.
I mean, the official statement was you can play pick 1 with 8 or pick 2 with 4. Either it was designed for pick 2, but doesn't mean you have to play it that way.
I think that's just their way of saying it's a small set. They can.
I would reserve the calling it a bad draft set until you attempt to draft it as it was intended to be drafted, right?
That's
like, you know, they gave you a car, they said it's going to do this, and then you try to take it off road into the mountains, and it's a, you know, Toyota Corolla or a Camry. Oh, it, you know, maybe it can't climb up that giant dirt hill, but like, try it that way, maybe it'll work out. It seems like a cop out to make smaller sets. Like, I know that you can draft in your commander pod now, which is a big win for Wizards of the Coast, to be like, hey, we know that there are 4 people together playing Magic all the time. Let's give them an option. But it just seems like a cop-out.
I mean, I think it has to do with it being a Universes Beyond thing. They can't create more characters. They can't, I mean, like, they can't create different. I think they just have to keep it smaller so that they can, I don't know. Like maybe this is one of the reasons why the Marvel set is it's all Marvel heroes. It's not just Avengers. It's not just blah blah blah, because they needed to make it a 400 card set to be a full on set. So they needed those more characters and that kind of stuff. Whereas with Lorwyn, you can just create another goblin and name it blah blah blah, and you've got a whole new
goblin.
Yeah, that would be a really cool goblin. We played. I took my staff out to dinner last night, and then we came back.
Cool, nice invite.
You quit.
And you
then,
quit aggressively.
Yeah, and then we came back and played Commander, and Joey played the coin flip goblin Commander deck. I think it's fun.
I'll just state for the record, while I was on staff, I never got a staff.
That's fair.
invite.
Yeah, that's fair. I learned losing you as a staff member really made me evaluate the way that I was treating my staff, and so I'm treating them better now. So thank you for your sacrifice.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
That was a painful interaction to watch for me. I can only imagine what the viewers think.
What do you think? Do you think that's part of the reason why it's
smaller? I have a hard time giving the Wizards of the Coast creative team a cop-out that easy. Their card design team and their creative team, like the in-universe sets that we've seen, have been ridiculous bangers. And I know that when you don't care about the Magic story and you just create characters, but even back when Jace was an important Magic character, the whole set would settle around a battle between these 2 planeswalkers, and they'd each appear on 1 or 2 cards, and they found space and characters and actions to throw in on all those other cards.
Eventually, they found Space Jace.
Yeah, it's right there. Eventually, they found Space Puppies and made them playable cards in real formats, and that was insane. I digress. I find it hard to believe that like they put Spider-Man in the Spider-Man set on like 15 cards, right? You don't see Jace being named in 15 cards. That seems like, hey, look, everyone, it's really is Spider-Man. Trust me. Can't you see? These are but if they wanted to expand that, I feel like they could. They've done it forever with stories centered around characters and then filler. I can't believe in a comic universe like Spider-Man, you couldn't do that.
So what's the reason then?
Well, Spider-Man, I think it was the pivot, right? And
Sure.
I think so for Spider-Man the pivot and these other universes beyond sets, there could be a Wizards of the Coast is known to want to plan things years in advance, right? And you can't just take a set that's already designed and slap all universes beyond on it because you want the things like the stun counters from Spider-Man's web to feel a little bit kind of tied to the universe. So there might be we're holding a placeholder here to make this set, but we don't have the year and a half that we normally have because we don't know when and if the contract's going to get inked. And once that contract gets inked, that IP wants their set out quickly.
Do you think that they have sets designed and then they take the universes beyond and put it over top?
No, I'm saying they can't do that. They can do that with some regular Magic sets, right? Because they'll understand their theme. They can push those. They can kick those. They can shift the timing of those and reorder them. But for these contracts, I bet release timing and how long we're going to have the rights to the IP is baked in there. And once they ink that contract, you've got your clock is ticking.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, how much more can you squeeze out of Ninja Turtles? They already are just focusing on the pizza.
Ninja Turtles is a little less deep than what something like Spider-Man is, in my opinion.
Oh, don't you say that out loud to Ninja Turtle fans.
But hold on,
I-
but it's not necessarily just that you can't. The deeper down the surface you go, the less fans know about that thing too. Like the average Ninja Turtles fan, let's go back to Spider-Man. The average Spider-Man fan doesn't know. I bet you can't tell you the name of the like 3 biggest villains.
I would hope they could.
I don't think they can. I think the average
Just because you can't doesn't mean that they
Well,
can't.
this is just going to divulge into is that a big villain or not a big villain? But like you're saying, just any 3 villains.
yeah, like off the top of their head, I don't think they can give the names. Maybe when they see a picture, they remember it from whatever. But like the point of Universes Beyond is to reach this really wide audience that knows a bunch of the different IPs and wants to play because they watched Spider-Man once and they had a great time watching Spider-Man. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the Lord of the Rings decks did a really good job of that. It was Frodo. Everybody knows Frodo.
There's a lot of content for Lord of the Rings, though. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's a very deep,
Right.
deep IP.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it is, but I still don't think there's any reason they couldn't have made more than 120 card set for Spider-Man with, again, I said 15 is just an arbitrary number, but 15 different Spider-Men and that's it, right? Like
Yeah.
that seems like there's something else going on there. And that's a special example, but even with Turtles and the wonder with Universes Beyond is you can catch that casual audience and still have a ton of those deep references for the hardcore fans. The challenge is going to be Wizards of the Coast is going to need a subject material expert on staff, or at least a very in-depth debriefing from the company to say, hey, what's your surface level IP and what's your
What was the secret layer they got wrong? And it was like they had the complete wrong name.
Monster Hunter? Was that the
Yeah,
one
the
that's
Monster Hunter
only
one.
pulled?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. This will be a really, really interesting set for the year. I don't see a way where this becomes like a huge win. But I think it's going better than I would have said it would have 3 weeks ago. So
Yeah, this one's a weird one. I said this to you guys in the like before we were recording. It's just so stable.
Yeah.
Everyone is either mad they're passionate about it one way or another. There's comments about printing and allocation, and it's just stable, which is weird.
maybe it's just the Pizza Party and arcade machine, but our pre-release has been, I think, vastly superior than Spider-Man was. It's not even close to Lorwyn at this point. But
Yeah, I mean, you put a bulletin board flyer on there that said, "Hey nerds, pizza and video games." Like,
free pizza, yeah.
I'd fly out if I had the expendable income. I'd fly out. Like, that's awesome.
I was gonna play this pre-release actually, but
You should.
I
Oh, you'll
don't.
be
I
out. Yeah.
don't think I should go around people right now. But
Yeah,
I
Donald.
think that's a good general rule of thumb for you.
yeah, that is.
Donald can't handle a little Europe. Donald's European vacation.
Yeah, I picked up some funky Italian convention virus. Like you thought those American convention viruses were bad. Whew.
Did you visit the place of my birth, like I asked?
I
And
don't
pay
know where
homage?
you were born.
I told you, go visit Brindisi and pay homage.
I was in Bologna, dude.
They don't let
You were in
normal.
Bologna?
They don't let normal sized people there, Josh. It's only giants.
Oh,
What
that's
if
not.
it is like? What if it is a regional thing? What if that's why I'm a freak? What-
Only giants allowed. All the archways are super big.
My two Viking pair. All see, I have that problem all the time. I knock things over every day.
There goes my Urza's Destiny foil set. Over the
What are you doing? Well, while you're picking that up, this jersey is tight and itchy.
No, I'm
Hit
not.
the next
we're not
topic.
in this podcast. Next topic is Hasbro the shareholders dropping the lawsuit against Hasbro.
Duh.
This is like, it lasted a month. That's
It
crazy.
should have lasted less than that.
Should never have existed. I thought you said it was going to be interesting to watch this.
No, I didn't. I said the basis of this lawsuit is the dumbest thing ever. You destroyed the value of this company by doing this. And the stock price from that moment to this moment is this graph. It's just straight in one direction. You clearly didn't. You hurt the shareholders. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Exhibit A. Oh,
But-
okay, we're done here.
Did they settle or did it just get dismissed?
No,
withdrawn.
dismissed.
Just how
They
dropped.
dropped
Just
it.
Yeah.
withdrawn.
An
So,
actual
which
lawyer
leads
got
me-
involved and went,
Which leads me to believe that some agreement was made. It wasn't just dropped.
no, it
No.
was
Unless they were just told, dude, you have no shot. You should stop while you're ahead.
the statement was there was no settlement, there was no agreement, it was dropped.
Oh,
It-
you mean people can't. Never mind.
No, we learned this last week, Donald. The conspiracy theory goes almost all the way to the top, but stops right where
Right
it's
at the- yeah.
convenient, right where it needs to stop. We learned this last week.
It would have been super cool to see the discovery on this stuff. That's the biggest bummer. Seeing the discovery on like how much they print for each set would have been super
Oh, that would have
interesting.
been cool.
Yeah.
But you can't be like, you destroyed shareholder value. That was the whole argument.
Yeah.
Like, my Robinhood account blows that argument out of the water.
Yeah, there is a good bit of
Do you
evidence against that.
Yeah.
think this put any pressure on Wizards at all? No.
Donald, I said this last week, so you want to take it with your sexy voice if you'd like.
I don't think I don't think they were ever worried about this.
You don't think there's any pressure on them to do things differently?
Not unless they start seeing profits going down.
Yeah.
Like they have no reason to pivot. Obviously, they can do whatever they want, and we're still gonna eat it up. So they're gonna keep doing it.
I
Like pizza.
I still feel like if somebody else got control over Hasbro, they would spin off Hasbro from Wizards of the Coast. I still think that's the ideal, is like just let Hasbro go by their wayside and let Wizards of the Coast become a
But
self-sufficient company.
That only
Hasbro
works
is
from the
lucky
Wizards
to
of the Coast
have.
perspective.
You're right. They're lucky to have Wizards.
Right.
Well-
I don't care about the Hasbro part. I want
I
that
know, but-
I want that part to die. Nobody wants Nerf guns anymore. What are we doing here?
But Hasbro owns it.
They have
I
nothing
own
else.
All right. I own something that's
Which
printing
is
me
what I
money.
just said. If somebody else bought Hasbro, they would get rid of the rest of it. Is my
I
point.
don't think they would. Why would you get rid of your cash cow?
They would
No,
get
you-
rid of the rest of Hasbro.
So you'd buy
the
Hasbro
rest.
just to run
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast and set the rest of it on fire.
Yeah,
I thought
or
you were saying like if
you-
they got Hasbro, they'd be like, "Oh, we don't need Wizards of the Coast. You guys, we'll be fine with it."
You could
Wasn't Elon Musk gonna buy Wizards
Right.
of the Coast at
yeah,
one point?
because of what they did with the D&D stuff. They got rid of all the original names of the D&D guys because they weren't inclusive enough of females.
You should see some stuff. Like if Elon Musk owned Wizards of the Coast, what a show.
If I didn't already quit Magic, I would quit.
What
again.
the whole world would be just an absolute ish show.
I think if Elon bought Wizards or Hasbro, two things would happen. Number one, they would do exactly what I'm saying. They would get rid of all of Hasbro, all the fluff, whatever, just do Wizards of the Coast. He would sell off the IPs, whatever. Number two, they would print the reserve list instantly. it would be like polarized. All the things that one side wants against all the things that the other side also wants, and both things happening at the same
He'd get rid of Universes Beyond, or no?
No, he
do
would
you-
not get rid of the universe back.
Hold on. Do you think there's anyone that buys Hasbro that gets rid of, or buys Wizards of the Coast that gets rid of Universes Beyond at this point?
No, it's too successful.
It makes too much money.
The question, I mean, the biggest question with that is, will it continue to make that much money in 10 years?
Well, we're seeing a balancing already.
We are what, 4 years into Universes Beyond? That was Warhammer.
Technically,
Magic is 35 years old. Like this still could be a blip on the radar for Magic the Gathering.
Right.
You could tell me that in 5 years they're like, hey, we did all the Universes Beyond we can do. It's got new management, it's got new people, whatever. We're going back to the roots of Magic the Gathering. It's like Magic Origins happens again. Like they go back to the whole thing. You could tell me a story where that happens, and then in 40 years we're just like, oh, hey old man, you remember when they did Magic the Gathering Turtles and we did a pizza party? You know,
what a wild time.
yeah. You could tell me a story like that. I at some point they run out of IP. Like at some point you run out of big name IP to carry this.
I mean, you say that, but how many times have we gone back to Ravnica? Won't we just go back to Marvel Avengers?
Maybe to do what? Like what? You're just gonna like make a whole new mechanics around it?
I mean,
It's
that's
the same thing you do when you go back to Ravnica.
Yeah,
Is there
they
new
just-
mechanics? Is there some callbacks?
No.
Yeah.
They
It's the same
just
thing.
print the same characters and give them a new title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
Right.
I've never bought into like I think we'll run out of IPs to where it's like, what's the next really big thing that's going to hit Magic where we all go like, oh my god, we'll run out of that. But we can always just return to
As soon as we run out of that, it's just like speculating of when they're going to go back to the Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's just what becomes what it is. You're right.
right. It's the MagicCon announcement where all of a sudden they pull up the Lord of the Rings and the whole place stands and cheers. Right. It's that.
And you've got the nostalgia that we have for like Scars and Mirrodin. You know what I mean? Like you've got the nostalgia baked in already because people.
That was my first Magic set ever. Do you remember? It had the One Ring. Post Malone, this guy who used to be an artist, bought it. Like now he's just a face tattoo guy.
I don't know. It doesn't surprise me that they dropped this thing. It kind of sucks for us because this was fun to talk about, and now there's nothing to talk about.
This was the Wizards of the Coast gave this to the most interny of intern legal officials in the law offices and said, if you can't get this dismissed, you are fired and we get to throw eggs at you.
Okay. Lorwyn, Ninja Turtles, Strixhaven, The Hobbit, Superheroes, Reality Fracture, Star Trek. We are 1/4 of the way through the year on this podcast release day. Exactly 1/4 of the way through the year. Don't do the math on that. I just looked at it. It's going to say 3. That seems like a quarter.
I'm in.
It's the 3rd month out of 12, Donald. It's divisible.
It's not though.
It will be when this podcast launches.
It's the end of the second month,
It
bozo.
won't be.
which
but okay.
makes it the third month, which is 1/4 of a year.
And it needs to be the end of the third month to be 1/4 of the way through, doesn't it?
But
It also won't be the third month when this podcast launches.
all right, assholes, it's a sixth of the way through the year. Okay.
Well, those are vastly different figures.
Where are you on what your favorite set of the year is going to be? Has it changed?
I'm still with Strixhaven. I'm riding with Strixhaven into the sunset.
That is so wrong.
Take me to it's. We'll see.
Donald, why do you hate Strixhaven so much?
Because he hates things that are good. He's collecting a master set of Spider-Man. Like what?
Strixhaven was not a
What
good
do you want me to do for you?
Oh yeah, the guy who said Spider-Man was a good set. Remember?
He probably picked who drafted. He probably did it the way it was intended.
Josh, you like Strixhaven? Donald, why do you
Yeah.
hate Strixhaven?
It just wasn't that great of a set.
It was so fun.
The only good thing to come from Strixhaven was two things, actually. One was the learn lesson mechanic, I think is a great mechanic. And then
Which
the
is
other
like the
thing,
whole thing. That's
the
like
other-
everything.
not really.
Okay.
But I mean, it was like a draft mechanic only. It didn't really
It made a little bit of weight.
a little bit of
Very
play,
little bit.
like in one deck, but not really. But the mystical archives, right? That's what they're called.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's unpack this. The only good parts about the set were the whole bonus sheet that the set hype was built around, that everybody, literally everybody, even the guy who
was that
hates
the
everything,
first
loved.
bonus sheet?
No, I don't think it was the first ever bonus sheet, but it was a pretty impactful one and a major mechanic that was so much fun. People went back over and over again to play it. But other than that, just terrible, just bad. If that's not a good Magic set, I don't know what a good Magic set is.
So your argument that okay, let's take this then. So a bonus sheet being good is what it can make a Magic set a great Magic set, because Ninja
Okay.
Turtles bonus sheet is really good.
Sure.
Spider-Man's bonus sheet was really good.
Hmm.
So those must be
Yeah.
those must be
Hold
good
on,
Magic
hold on
sets.
the
then.
really good was
All right,
Ninja Turtles bonus
hold
sheet
on.
was really good.
I want to know why it was bad, Donald. So
I just
far,
said-
I asked you if it was bad, and you said there was a couple good things about it. What was bad about it?
I didn't like the draft format. Like it felt so spell slinger heavy. Like it was not fun to draft. I did not
It's
enjoy
a school of
Strixhaven.
mages.
Great.
They're casting spells.
Yeah, that's awesome. But like I didn't want to play that every single color combination in every single game. Like it's
That's fair.
so one note. You should be able to draft different archetypes, and there just weren't. There just weren't different archetypes.
That's fair. That's a fair statement.
I think there were several archetypes for
Okay,
Strixhaven.
that's fair. Hey, listen, you guys can have different views. I think Strixhaven's incredibly boring. I think that the school of mages idea is just kind of boring. I think if they had like a show that was Strixhaven Magic the Gathering and it was a Netflix
Don't
show,
propose that crossover.
it was a
Careful.
if it was a Netflix show or some other IP that was magicians that you
I'd like
could
to keep the podcast,
that
please.
you like, I don't know, something where you had a bunch of like characters going to a school and learning about magic that you could relate to, that would make you like excited about the set. I think that would be cool. But the like random characters, I don't know, they didn't sell it enough for me. I do think though for this year's set, the Codex bundle is going to be off the charts.
You think so?
I think the Codex bundle might be Josh's favorite product of the year in 2026, at the end of 2026.
Are they going to do a good job? Have we gotten info on it and I don't know about it yet?
Yeah, there's 2 collector packs, there's 6 play boosters, and there's 2 of 6 foil promo cards, which are like Soul Ring and really cool artwork. And
But the
it's kinda
bundle is there lands in the bundle?
there's lands, but they're just regular foil.
I need something that I can put in every deck.
Yeah.
This
All right.
is so good because you can use these everywhere.
That's fair. I still think you're gonna like it at the end of the year. We'll see.
I think I will. It's going to look really cool on a shelf, and that's going to have a lot of appeal to me.
Do you know how many people send me messages asking me what draft nights are and if they went back to draft booster boxes? Can I tell you guys that I have like 3 emails a week that are like, "Hey, I saw you have pre-orders up for draft night. Is that Wizards going back to draft booster boxes?"
Do you not have a description of the item?
No, I do. People just don't read. People
Oh,
don't read.
okay. I thought, Donald, did you think he was saying no, he didn't?
We copy the TCG player description.
I thought you were saying no, I don't have a description of the item. I was like,
We did.
well, there you go.
All right.
That's crazy. Emailing before you read the description
Oh,
would
all
be
the time.
wild
Dude,
to me.
people don't read. They just call. They just ask. Like, it's crazy. The questions we get. What time are you open? It's on when they Google for the phone number. It's right there. It's like it's right there. What time
This
are you
is
open?
this is why I have probably more respect than I should for Donald's profession for doing both QA and customer support, because you have to answer to people like me that want to defend the crap I build and answer to customers, which I do at my job right now, and it's the worst. It's the worst. Did you read the error message? Reading the error message explains the error message. It's
Yeah,
that simple.
I'm not allowed to talk to some people because I tend to tell people they're stupid when they're stupid. So
Okay, well, that's okay. All right. Well,
Okay. What wins end of the year? Highest selling set. The Hobbit or Marvel superheroes?
The Hobbit.
yeah, is that even a question?
Yeah,
I think Wizards thinks that superheroes is bigger. The release date tells me that.
well, but I thought, do we have info about the sets? Because I thought one of them was a big Magic set and the other one was closer to the 190 cards.
We do not have set size
Okay.
numbers for the Hobbit. We don't have much for the Hobbit. We have for the release date tells a lot. So the release date, this is the summer
Yeah,
set. The
right.
superheroes is the summer set
No,
and
call it what it's meant to be called, Louis.
the tentpole set.
Thank you.
And
Respect the tent pole, please.
August
Tent pole
15th.
podcast.
August 15th is the Hobbit set. So I don't think we have set sizes, but also the product lineup. Like this is for Marvel superheroes. There's play boxes, there's collector boxes, there's Jumpstart, there's 4 commander decks, there's collector commander decks, there's a bundle, there's a gift bundle, there's a draft night, there's a beginner box, there's a scene box, there's a Villains Unleashed scene box. Like this seems like the big set of the year.
I mean, we have you were just complaining about Avatar having all that too, though. So I
Right.
mean, like that's pretty much an every set thing now.
That's fair.
But I do think that the Marvel set will be a big set this year. I don't
Yeah.
think it will be the biggest, but it's definitely going to be a big set.
And as far as timing releases, remember Commander Masters released in the summer slot and original Lord of the Rings released after Commander Masters.
I don't think that the date it releases has as much to do with what you guys are saying it does.
I mean, it either has something to do with it, or we've built a cadence where the big set always seems to fall in that slot, right? Where Wizards of the Coast seems to peak the middle of the year. Commander Masters, Modern Horizons 3, like they've all been every year has been a big set right in the middle.
Modern Horizons 3, I think, would have been the big set from 2024, right?
Right, but the year before that was
2023.
it was supposed to be Commander Masters, but then Lord of the Rings was a significantly bigger hit than I think even any Wizards of the Coast expected. Final Fantasy 2 being the summer release.
That was 2025. That was last year's summer
Right.
release. So
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying you had Modern Horizons 3 one year, you had Final Fantasy last year.
Yep.
This year, I think they're saying it's superhero.
Right, going back before that, though, I'm saying Commander Masters was in that slot, and Lord of the Rings released after it, I'm pretty sure. Lord of the Rings was the August release, and then Commander Masters was the summer release, I believe.
I'm trying to find if that was true or not.
I also don't think that the Hobbit will be as big as Lord of the Rings was. I don't think that there's that
I
much.
tend to agree with that.
I don't think that there's that much depth of content in the Hobbit to go as far as what Lord of the Rings does.
Lord of the Rings pre-release was June 16th.
Yeah, I think you're right. I had it backwards.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. They think, in my opinion, the release date says that they think that superheroes is going to be the big
Good
set
call.
of the year.
Yep.
I think that like this is going to be a really good test for Wizards to see, for them again to see, like I think more people are excited for The Hobbit than superheroes already. And I mean, frankly, I think people are just excited for The Hobbit because they would like Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? Like it's not that they love The Hobbit, it's that they want to revisit that world.
But the Hobbit will be back in that same conversation we were just having about Spider-Man and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, about like the depth of content. You know, how many are we going to have? 15 copies of Bilbo Baggins in the set? Like, I mean, like The Hobbit is a book this thick versus Lord of the Rings, which is,
And why is it still 3 movies? Why is it still 3 movies with extended cuts? You could read
a wild decision.
You could read the book, and the amount of my wife's like, let's watch The Hobbit. I'm like, how about you just read the book to me? Like, that's just like get the book read.
To me. Why don't you?
I like that your suggestion was that you read the book because we all know.
Yeah. No, that's a completely fair statement. I've wondered for a long time how they were able to turn that into 3 feature-length films when the content is this big. But still, I don't know. I think it'll be it'll do really well. I just don't see it doing as well as what Lord of the Rings proper did.
No, yeah,
I do think that there's a big opportunity
or Final Fantasy
to do another one of one hype, which might do, like if they do a one of one Arkenstone, then like
wait, what's the Arkenstone?
It's like the big.
Is this one of the stones in Thanos' glove?
No, this is Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
we're not talking about.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the whole premise of The Hobbit. It's the whole premise of the book is to get the Arkenstone. So I think
Mike hasn't read him that part yet. Donald, spoiler.
Is the stone better than the ring? Where is the ring in the Hobbit story?
Oh my god, the ring is what turns him invisible, so he can get the Arkenstone.
Okay. So the ring is less powerful than the stone.
Did your wife not make you watch?
No, I didn't watch it. I won't watch I don't like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
All right. Well,
I refuse to watch it.
Okay. Well, the One Ring is. I don't even know where to start here.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know.
It was an easy question. What is more powerful, the One Ring or the stone?
It doesn't make they haven't made the card yet, so
this is why AI exists.
What's more interesting to me about this release is we get a soft example of what going back to an IP could look like. Because for casual fans, this is just going back to the Lord of the Rings universe for Universes Beyond. This is going back to an IP. And this is what they're going to have to do if they want to continue Universes Beyond.
AI says the One Ring is incomparably more powerful.
Trying to get us back on track. I've also started watching a podcast this week because I just time, and it's the financial audit. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah, I like that guy.
It makes me think of our podcast. It says it's to help people with their finances. He doesn't help anybody with their finances and just screams at them for 40 minutes and says just mean things. That's this podcast. This is the financial audit of TCG podcast.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah. It's the #1 podcast in the world.
Yeah, and nobody talks about anything on topic. There's no actual financial advice.
Josh, this is episode 90 since season 2 of you being on. This is like episode, you should know this by now. I don't know why you're upset about it now.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know why it's upsetting you now. It's been that way.
Wearing the ring for this many years is driving me to madness.
Well, you should get the stone. It'll be less powerful. Okay, so then we got Reality Fracture and Star Trek, which we don't know anything about yet. But all right, cool. So
Reality Fracture is gonna be cool too. The in-universe Magic sets this year are dope.
Okay, let's pivot.
I actually hate all of the Universes Beyond sets. I just like
and we're back. Josh finally likes Magic again instead of the nonsense that they're putting out.
All right, pizza party. Tell us what the next topic is.
I gotta tell you, I am trying really hard to be excited for Ninja Turtles. It's gonna be a stretch for me on superheroes.
And you haven't stretched in months.
No, I do not like Marvel.
I hope someone suggests a cosplay pre-release.
No, God, no. Dude, can I
West Virginia. I will pay $100 to the person that gets him to do a cosplay pre-release.
Cosplay makes no sense to me.
New tax bracket Donald will also kick in $100.
Cosplay
will not.
Does cosplay
to see Louis in a superhero costume? Yes, you would.
Does cosplay do it for you? Do you guys like cosplay?
No, I don't understand it.
I don't understand cosplay. That's like one of the things that makes me feel old.
I'm not knocking it. I also don't understand it, and sometimes it makes me feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, as long as we're on the same page. All right, let's move on to Sorcery. Sorcery
I
has
just like card games to be a nerd and solve puzzles. I don't need boobs in my face. I just need card games.
Sorcery has a new announcement. It's the only Sorcery news, so we're gonna talk about it. I don't want to talk about this part, but Cornerstone stores.
He acts like he's the one. He's not the one who gets to decide what we talk about.
Well, it's
Josh said we had to talk about this.
No. I didn't. I said, "Is this the Sorcery topic?" And you said, "Yeah, it has to be."
It does. They have a new thing that they're working with Team Covenant and their fulfilled service to this is what they say it's going to do. Allows us to ensure our dedicated Cornerstone stores have access.
Our deadest, yes.
That was an awesome slip.
Yeah. Perfect.
Ensure that our deadest stores.
Ensure our dedicated Cornerstone stores have access to the products necessary to support their local community, streamlined retail ordering and delivery, and reduced overhead and manual work. What it means for us, we're going to continue to grow our Sorcery community as a Cornerstone store, place orders and products to support your organized play on the Fulfilled website, which handles the payment, blah, blah, blah. And you'll be able to order what your store needs for its organized play. So essentially what they're doing is they're partnering with Team Covenant so that stores who are Cornerstone stores can order all the pre-constructed decks that they ever need, cases at a time. And once a month, you can order one case of Gothic. From Team Covenant. Covenant.
Hold on, I didn't know those details.
That's the details. That is the supply. Then if you go to the Fulfilled website, this is now the Fulfilled website. Team Covenant does this for 4 games, and they say it's the end of allocation. Stop the madness of sudden order reductions. Real partnerships. Work directly with the publishers instead of reps. Goodbye quotas. You'll never have to buy things you don't want. Fair play. Ordering limits means an end to high volume flippers. Focus on community. Get improved terms for actually hosting events.
That all sounds great, but you can't tell me that Team Covenant isn't just going to be like another distributor and make you jump through hoops to get product. Like, it's not going to be fair play, equal across the board. That's just not the way the game works. I'm sorry.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole yet. Let's stick to because I agree with you, and let's touch on that in a second. Let's stick to the details that we just learned right now. Hold on. So the terms, I saw the message and I thought Team Covenant was a Sorcery distro that stores now had access to, and you could buy from Team Covenant. Not the case. Team Covenant will be a Sorcery distro in the sense that it will hold extra Sorcery Gothic boxes, and you as a store can place an order for those boxes. But your order is limited to 1 case per, is it per month?
1 case per month of Gothic boxes at this point. Who knows what will change to in the future?
Sure.
And unlimited amount of pre-constructed decks.
Don't care.
Right. Also, if you're a store, you can order an unlimited amount of pre-constructed decks from me.
Yeah. Well, I guess is Sorcery then hold on.
Oh, I want to. Can I say I think that it's good that Sorcery is trying to figure out a solution to distribution. I think
are
that's
so willing to find a positive here.
I have to find a positive in this. I think it's good that Sorcery is trying to find a solution to distribution, because distribution has its flaws, right? Like distribution doesn't hold boxes. We talk about this all the time, Josh. They don't do their job. Their main
No.
job should be to hold boxes in a warehouse and distribute them fairly over time to all the stores. What they actually do is sell as many of the boxes as fast as they can to save space.
And then
in the
hold
warehouse.
the ones that are sought after ransom.
Yeah, trust me, some of us received 3 pallets of product this week in the middle of a major release that wasn't the major release because Distro didn't want to hold the product this week. I digress.
I don't think this is a solution to the distribution problem.
What don't you like about the solution? Tell me your gripe with it.
This is you, a store, can go to another store that has free reign to sell N number of boxes a month, and you get a set amount of the product that they have on site. And I'm sure there's some trust me, bro, saying, hey, Team Covenant Distro won't sell Team Covenant Company more than one sorcery case a month until they're overfilled on their orders and they need to backfill that. Like,
Well, and this is my big problem with the whole thing. I would have really no issue with this if it was a company that wasn't selling booster boxes for
Right.
$166. And also the timing of this is crazy to me. I mean, if you can't see through this, it's wild. Like,
but also, how does it solve the distribution problem? You can get one case a month.
It kind of solves it for a small store. For a small store, that solves.
How many small stores need that one case of sorcery a month? Does that solve 7 store problems in the United States?
I have no clue the number. For small stores who don't like, I have probably 3 or 4 stores who reach out to me to get some boxes of sorcery. That's fine. Like,
Sure.
they're just like, hey, I know you have boxes. Will you cut me a deal off market? Yes, I cut them a deal off market because they're stores who I like and I want to help support whatever. Like,
Sure.
That's great. But
you know what you're doing there? You're being a distributor.
no, that's not
No,
true.
but like in a good way. Like,
that's like what a lot that's part of being part of the community.
I have boxes. I'm not using them. You're a store who needs boxes. Here you go. Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like I'm not selling them at Distro Cross. There's some profit for me. I leave some profit for them. What works, right? And I'm not like somebody in the comments gonna be like, Louis just mad. That's not what this is. I don't want to be a distributor for sorcery.
No, I think you would have the same problem with you doing it. I'm not saying you wouldn't make that
100%.
business decision.
If I were going to do something like this, I would not
want to start another company.
I would not want to sell boxes direct to customer. And that's the issue I have with this is like, this feels a lot like what they want to do is be able to dump the product after. You're still going to get a promo, right? So Team Covenant is still going to have some exclusive thing that's going to get everybody to go buy their boxes, instead of anybody else. They're still going to get all that stuff. And then stores then get to clean up the scraps.
Like, they can't over order.
Yeah, they have no risk. They take 0 risk. Stores like me, I took like triple or a lot of figures of risk with ordering Gothic. You know what I mean? I don't just have no risk when I order the product. And I think like that's the thing that frustrates me is now it's another incentive to another larger store that takes away from smaller stores.
But again, you talked about this beautiful ecosystem, and if Team Covenant was part of this beautiful ecosystem where it's like Louis calls Eddie George over at Team Covenant is like, hey Eddie, I need some sorcery boxes. I know that you bought them for I don't know what distro cost is on sorcery box, but you bought them for distro costs. I'll pay you 10% more per box. You guys make 10%. I'll make my the 20% margin. I'll make it 10%. I just need some more boxes. And you're doing that. That's just, again, like you said, that's the community. But these boxes are coming from sorcery to Team Covenant. These aren't, if I'm not mistaken, these aren't boxes either that Team Covenant has bought from Distro A. These are boxes that came from
Team Covenant's always been direct to sorcery. They don't buy. I assume
this is not stores helping stores. This is a direct relationship with that company, which we saw with Monarch First Edition and Channel Fireball, and it literally, amongst the other problems of the set, blew up the set, screwed over communities and consumers, and then also tanked that game for the next like 3 years.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see, does distribution get the next, like, is this something where like this is on the side and also distribution gets more waves of product at, you know, Southern and PG, or are we going to see a world where the next set is just through Team Covenant? And
Now
now
on
as
release,
now
this
as a
this isn't the case on release. This is how it is gonna flow out
I'm
over the
speculating. Yeah, I'm speculating right now. Yeah, but like I see, like it's hard because if this was any other platform, right? Let's say, you know, they work with Cardio, um, right? Cardio is the one who does the organized play software.
yeah,
Cardio doesn't sell booster boxes. Cardio creates the organized play software. If they worked, and Cardio also has some form of distribution, they distribute the promos for Sorcery, right? So your dust code, Cardio is who ships out the promos. If they worked with Cardio and it was like, hey, using your event software, we're allocating you boxes to there, I would think this is awesome. This is a really good solution. But as a store who sees the environment of what's going on in the marketplace, sees the competition of which Team Covenant provides against stores who are hosting events weekly and are running, doing all that stuff, this feels like supporting your competition. That's what it feels like. This feels like supporting your competition, not supporting your store.
you know what this also kind of feels like isn't MVP Sports and Games
A
one of
distributor.
those, like, they're a distributor, but they also sell boxes on the secondary market and stuff like that?
Yeah.
This just feels like that.
Yeah.
Because like, if they have to buy these boxes directly from Sorcery, so Gothic boxes, I have to buy them to and maybe that's the kickback deal, right? You have to buy this large sum of boxes for every release, so we have this guaranteed income, and you have a we're gonna help build you a path to leak those boxes out if they all don't sell on release, right?
Yeah.
They're a store, so they can buy all those boxes. They can sell them to you. They shouldn't. There could be a world where they leak those boxes out. They use those boxes early. They keep a stash in the back that is the store side. And if the box elevates in value, guess what? We don't have any for stores. Our
Yeah.
distribution allocation's gone. The ones that Team Covenant owns for our players, for our community, we can
I
sell those in the secondary
I
market for
don't
big
think
bucks.
they are open yet. I know they were working at one point 2 or 3 years ago on opening a retail location. I don't know if
But
they're
that's fine. It doesn't have to. I'm just using the players and community because whatever spew you want to put out to make it seem like no, this is what we're doing right by our customers.
right.
That's why we're selling them for elevated margins on the secondary market to support the customers that are used to shopping from here. It's
Right.
like, well, yeah, you just get all the win now.
Yeah, and maybe, I mean, on the back end,
Hey, this
maybe
is all wild
Sorcery,
speculation, by the
maybe
way.
on the back end, Sorcery has direct numbers that the boxes belong to Sorcery, and and
Sure.
Sorcery is actually the one selling them direct to consumer through Team Covenant that's working as a whatever. And even if that's the case, though, this is just another way that is supporting something that is directly competing with LGSs who are running events and hosting the thing.
But like, so those boxes go to Team Covenant, and Team Covenant is the bastion of you're a good organized play store. You're a cornerstone store, so you get a case a month. And they go to Team Covenant, and Team Covenant goes, you're in Sorcery system as a cornerstone store, so you get your case a month. Why can't they say that to regular distro? Now, regular distro,
They probably could. They
once they
probably
hold
could.
the boxes for 6 months, regular distro will definitely call Josh's game store, who's not a cornerstone store, and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you want some of this?" That will 100% happen.
Well, and
But
that's
like,
part of the problem is that the regular distros have probably ruined the relationship. The regular
sure,
distros don't need sorcery.
no, and they're
Like,
not helping.
yeah.
They're not, keen to do any sorcerer any favors.
I mean, sorcery is the biggest game on the 4 game list that Team Covenant's thing had. It's Alpha Clash Gudnak, which I've never heard of, and Warlord, which is like a newer, it's like a revamped
Kickstarter
TCG.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kickstarter thing. So like this is frankly a really big deal for Team Covenant. Like Sorcery is probably the biggest game on the map for that. Um, I just don't understand why they don't use the systems they already have with the relationships they they have with like the stores who already have stuff connected to cardio and all those. I don't know. It's wild.
Maybe, and here's my again, everything we said, by the way, is wild speculation. Maybe they have a good system behind the scenes that's going to keep this honest. It doesn't feel like that from the outside looking in.
Yeah,
We will react to news as it comes out, as things change. We will, but it just doesn't feel that like that from right now. But I say all that to say, I don't think Sorcery gets to be the one to break the distribution model.
I
I don't
think
think
they want. I think they want to do that. I think
I
that's
think they
part of their.
want to,
Yeah.
but in efforts to do that, I think you're going to do more harm than good. I think you need to be a little more stable and a little bigger before you try to make that move. I think you're playing with fire and you're still sitting on a very dry bed of ashes, or a dry bed of wood chips, let's call it.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, Pokemon buying that distro that is the distro to target and all those things is gonna set some stuff up in the industry anyway. But
And well, Pokemon Magic, One Piece is a good example. One Piece is a game that, hey, I don't like the way distribution works for me. I've got enough weight to throw around and try to make some changes, and I've got enough stability to where if I make a decision that causes a bit of harm, I'll probably come out the other side.
yeah,
I just don't think games like Fab, games like Sorcery, I don't think you're there. Every time you try to do it, you make one wrong decision, something goes wrong, it bites you.
One Piece has actually done a really good job at holding distributors' hands, and like our allocations are based on organized play. This is one of the reasons I can't get more boxes for like Gold Wizard program and that kind of stuff, is because it's all connected to organized play and running events and all that stuff, and they're through regular distros. But
Right, and I understand Sorcery probably can't do that because that takes some pull, and you gotta grow and continue to move and earn that pull, and One Piece has done that, right? So Sorcery doesn't have the One Piece IP behind it.
yeah, it's interesting because I think that the idea is really good. The connection to a store that is largely is the store for ordering online. I mean, it's like it is just
It's
giving
Channel
more
Fire,
to it's channel. It's very similar. Yeah, I like that.
Channel Fire.
So anyway, all right, let's move on to. We don't need to do Pokemon. There's not really Pokemon pull rates we were going to talk about, but it's kind of boring. Donald, tell us all about these Riftbound cards. We're an hour in.
I think Riftbound is doing a really cool thing that no other TCG really has going for them with the best of cards. And that is at their regional qualifiers, of which they've held 2 now. Whoever places the highest placing with that particular champion, leader, whatever you like, whatever it is, gets a metal, like full art, like gold etched version of that card, which is like they're not serialized, but like basically, there's been two things now, so there's 2 in existence out there. And
So if I am playing in this event and I place 700th, but I'm the number 1 player for Nine-Tailed Fox, the leader. Nobody placed 699th with who played Nine-Tailed Fox. I get this card. Even if I didn't even make it to day 2, I get this card because as I chose to play the crappy leader that nobody else plays, and I placed the highest with that leader, so I am guaranteed that card.
yep, which I think is a cool,
It's really good.
like when you go to play in these events, you have like 2 different ideas of thought here now. Like, do I play the meta deck that's going to be 50% of the field and try and win the whole thing, or do I like play this off leader that I know
To have fun.
yeah, like because I enjoy that card, and that's the deck I want to play. Now I have incentive to actually do that instead of like any other game where you go and like you're playing an off meta deck just because you enjoy that deck. Like there was no incentive to do that.
If every other game that has an external leader doesn't go and copy this, they aren't doing it right. Like One Piece should go and do this.
Yes.
This would be if One Piece did this, it would be
how much does this sell for One Piece?
the entire market would absolutely. I mean, the cards would go nuts. Random cards, people would start playing random things that are off meta. If Flesh and Blood, another card game that like has leaders out external. Sorcery
Can
should
you
do that.
imagine how many people would want to collect those?
Yeah,
Three.
Yeah,
There'd be
can you-
three.
There
can you
are
imagine,
there
can
are
you imagine if that game's around in 10 years? Like,
there are lots of games that have this leader, champion, legend, whatever it's called in whatever game. There's a lot of games that have that. And like it's such a good idea that I'm surprised no one has thought of it before. But
how
This
many?
is
really
CDH tournaments where you get your commander.
Yeah, the problem with CDH is like there's only so many. I mean,
It is
you
so
can't make
scarce.
one for every single
Right.
commander. It's like that's
well,
right.
and this is going to
but
get
now you have to.
No, I don't
This
think
is-
you do this.
this is going to get a little out of hand as well. Like as each set introduces
Yeah.
more legends, like it is going to get out of hand. But my understanding is it's in for 3 sets and then it's out. So like
Okay, so I was gonna ask how many of each
so
end
it's
up being.
yeah, so I think it's like between 12 and 15 total pop ever will exist of each
Only
card.
if people play them, which people will start playing no matter what.
Oh, people play them and like every legend was represented.
You got to
in
hold these
Bologna.
cards, didn't you?
I did get to hold them.
Did
It
you
was
get the
pretty cool.
baloney on them?
God, you're so stupid.
How long you been holding that? How
So
long has that been chambered?
Hope you wash your
But
hands
the-
first.
I want to hear the adventures of the baloney. Donald and the overseas baloney.
All right, I guess we're done with this topic. Let's move on.
We both were ecstatic about this topic, Donald. I love
Yes.
this. I think every game should do it.
You were ecstatic, and
Don't
then
get
you
your
both
baloney
just
twisted, buddy.
divulged into idiocracy.
Don't get your baloney twist.
So
what?
have you age test 12 yet? Can you comprehend the conversation?
No, welcome to May the Zoo be with you. No, we haven't.
Josh said it first.
That's baloney, Louis. You know it.
Okay, so what else is there to say about this?
I was going to say, you go and you win this card. Are you keeping it or are you selling it?
I would any card over $2,000 from a new TCG, you need to sell tomorrow.
Yeah.
If that's
These
not
cards,
Pokemon, Magic, and now
It's just
One Piece,
too risky.
yeah.
These cards are selling anywhere between 15,000 for the lower, less like played leaders clip to like 40 grand for the
Also, how many people are like that's such an incentive to not play to win, but to play to place.
Right.
Like
exactly.
I think if you own one of these
also
cards,
makes playing to win easier, doesn't it?
if you own one of these cards and you can trade it for a nice, decently new car that can provide for your family for the next 20 years, you should do that.
So I know the guy who won with a certain legend in Houston and then went to this one that was this past weekend in Italy.
In
Also,
Bologna.
I was trying not to say that word.
I could tell.
God. And played the same legend and also won the one. So like he now has been the only person ever to win that particular. He sold the first one. He sold the first one.
He needs to sell
And
2.
then- yeah.
So
as this becomes more popular, it's around for 3 years, so it's going to be more tournaments. Theoretically, the price of that card goes down to something.
Sure,
Yeah,
as more get out there,
and
yeah,
also
they
like
definitely go down.
as new sets come out and people have new favorite hero characters and new favorite versions of the character, it's just you got to take the money when you can.
There's
and
also
that collector guy who's buying them for 15 grand doesn't need the 15 grand. He's just that guy's just
But he was
I was
saying
going to say something so mean right there.
think about
oh my gosh.
think about the what?
Think about the flex there though. Like you go because it's the legend is an external card that like never goes. It doesn't have to be like in the deck or anything. So like you can encase it. It can be slabbed, whatever. So think about the flex of you set down that metal card there, and somebody's like, "Oh, you can't play with," or says something about it, and you're like, "Oh, I'll just play this one. Then you flip it over, and it's the other metal card. Like it's like, oh yeah, I got both of them that exist. It's like,
Listen, if you're sitting down with a $20,000 card at a table at a TCG convention, you need to reevaluate your priorities in your life. Like, I don't understand the flexing a $20,000 card on a table that somebody can steal in 2 seconds.
because you've never done something like that.
I have never ever put a $20,000 card on a table.
Maybe not a $20,000 card, but you've never taken a $15 pauper deck and turned it into a $6,000 pauper deck.
It's not $6,000. It's like $1,500,
Hmm.
and it's cool. And it's not a flex. It's something that I enjoy, and it's cool. And none of the cards are worth that amount. It's the one card thing, I think. But you're right. Fine. You're right. Okay.
This doesn't. I'm trying to think.
About what?
Like you play vintage.
Don't hurt yourself.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You play
definitely difficult.
vintage, right? What's that deck worth if you play vintage?
Like
If these
40,
are worth
like
15 to
40
20
grand. Like
It's
40
like
grand.
a 40 grand. This is like, yeah, a good portion of a vintage deck.
Yeah.
It's a beat up Black Lotus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you're a TCG fan and you don't trade this for a Black Lotus or a Charizard, what are we doing?
Yeah. That's what I feel that way. Okay. Do we have any other? No, we don't. Before we read our advertisement, I have a secret sauce for us, which is this. If you had to eat a bologna sandwich, what would you put on it? The best
Bologna and cheese, dude. Slice of American cheese, 2 pieces of white bread, bologna. Boom. Maybe a little mustard if you're feeling eccentric.
Yeah. I would put a bunch of pepperoni on it to make it so I couldn't taste the bologna, and it would be a pepperoni sandwich.
Some of y'all have never struggled and it shows.
Donald?
Mustard's the only answer.
Just bread, bologna, and mustard?
Yeah. That's the only.
Did you never have to eat bologna sandwiches in your life?
I never ate bologna sandwiches.
Yeah. What do you think, Josh?
Is bologna cheaper than like turkey? Like a turkey sandwich?
Yes.
So not anymore.
Very much so.
I don't think that's true.
Not anymore. I went to get. Okay, this is the real secret sauce. Me and my daughter are looking for cheap dinner. I'm trying to give her some of the childhood experiences. We went to the store. You know what's expensive now? Sloppy
Everything.
Joes. Making a sloppy
Joe. Because it's ground beef, dude. Ground beef is like luxury.
The sloppy Joe mix was $2 for the can of sloppy Joe mix.
2.5 pounds of bologna at Walmart is $5. $4.76.
It's insane.
What was that called? Like turkey lunch meat?
So I was going to get a package of bologna. You peel the yellow. It can never quite fully reseal, but you always frickin' try. And I was going to get that. And I was like, hey, I'm making my daughter and her cousins bologna sandwiches today to experience bologna sandwiches.
Yes, it is. Thank you for proving me right.
Can't get bologna sandwiches for cheap. I think bologna was like $3.99 for the package of bologna.
Turkey is 4 times more expensive than bologna.
Yes, it is.
What's in bologna?
It's all the leftovers. It's
all
lips and ears and butts. Yeah.
You know the stuff they cut off to make the turkey?
Yeah.
All that leftover is then made into the bologna.
I was a turkey sandwich guy.
Of course you were.
Sure.
I don't feel like that's a flex, guys. My mom was a single mom. I don't think that's the flex that you guys think it was.
Well, coming from apparently 2 bologna kids,
I don't know. Anyway,
I think you're way off base on this.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's that big of a deal that I ate turkey instead of bologna.
Sure, and the fact that your car had heat and stuff like that is normal.
Oh boy! All right, everyone. Well, I have a unfortunate announcement. That was not the greatest secret sauce of the year.
The secret sauce is apparently mustard.
And unfortunately, that will be the last secret sauce for at least 6 weeks. We're taking a hiatus from the podcast. I have some family stuff going on, some just health stuff with one of my family members, and I'm going to be taking 6 weeks off of trying very hard on the YouTube channel. Not that I've been trying that hard. But I'm gonna be taking 6 weeks off to focus on some of the immediate stuff around my family. And we're gonna take that time to evaluate the podcast and figure out how to make it better, hopefully, when we come back. But we're gonna call it an infinite hiatus, like Blink-182 did. This is not us breaking up. We're hoping to be back in 6 weeks, pending all things go well on my side. But we'll see how long it takes. Maybe we'll be back in 4 weeks, maybe, who knows. But we didn't want to leave you guys hanging and just kind of disappear. I felt like that would be super lame. So those of you who stuck with us to the end here, an hour and 15 minutes in, we love you. We thank you for watching the podcast and for being here with us. I'm still going to be trying to put out 1 or 2 videos a week just to kind of keep the content going. All the Gold Wizard stuff is going to be kind of my focal point and keeping that part of the business going and the local store going. And the content just has to take a side seat to that. So these two will continue making content over at Hometown TCG and Scruffy Look in Gaming. And do you guys have anything else to add to that part?
Donald, you want to go first?
No, there's nothing else to add. It's okay.
Oh, I just always thinking about you and the family, and we'll be here with you, and we're excited for this part of the journey.
Sure. All right, and this episode was sponsored by Shardbugs, which is what, Josh?
Parlaying that into the ad read is wild. No, you're doing the last ad read before the hiatus. I'm not doing it.
Which is what, Donald?
You're not going to work for...
Correct, Donald, is a trading card game where the bugs are sentient. And what, Donald? Good job. Extremely violent. Like, this not cute ladybug energy, but these bugs worship cosmic gods like Sol and Luna and Meteor. And you're basically commanding a swarm of insects into tactical turn-based warfare. It's surprising strategic, unlike the terrible Canadian hockey team. Not very strategic at all. It's very interactive, and yes, you will absolutely overthink your turns. This game's easy to learn, but once you start playing, you're like, oh no, it's actually pretty deep. They've got brand new release out right now, Set 2 Standard Edition, with new bugs, new chase cards, and more ways to absolutely ruin your opponent's plans. And this isn't just a card game either, Donald. What do they have? Good job, Donald. They've got comic books, organized play, and a lot of stuff planned for the near future. If you like original TCGs, weird lore, and games that feel great around the kitchen table and competitively, check out Shardbugs at shardbugstcg.com. Go embrace the bug war. This is the beginning of the end, everybody. We will see you hopefully in 6 weeks.
I don't know if
throw another baloney in there before we log off.
If the NyQuil is just like fully kicked in at this point or what, but like
it's the bologna sandwiches. Yeah,
I just cannot.
New tax bracket NyQuil, Donald. Favorite Donald.
Yeah,
it's still off-brand.
I'll let you know. My mom bought the off-brand NyQuil.
Yeah, well, I still do.
Off-brand NyQuil in my closet right now.
I didn't even call it NyQuil. We called it purple juice. I mean, like, come on.
Purple juice. That's
because you were Lil Wayne, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We love you. Thanks for watching, for listening. Go subscribe to Hometown TCG. Go subscribe to Scruffy Looking NyQuil. Hit the like button here, and we'll see you again sometime. Be kind to the people around you. May the zoo be with you.
And also with you, dude.
Always.